Let's face it, mobile phones are here to stay. In fact, there's more mobile phones on this planet right now than there are people. We can't get rid of these things, but one of the things we can do is customize them. So here are 7 ultimate ways you can customize your phone for success. Number 1 is fear alarm. Every time your alarm goes off first thing in the morning, it releases a fear-inducing chemical. And the way it works is your alarm goes off, it triggers your fight or flight response, and that's what wakes you up. Now, studies have shown that whenever this happens, it can lead to more stress and higher blood pressure later in your life. And let's face it, who wants more fear in their life anyway? So a way around that is you can have a soothing ringtone that doesn't quite give you that jump like in the horror movies, but it just wakes you up. Or you can set it to gradually increase. So the volume goes up until you wake up, and you can just set it to 5 minutes beforehand. Or you can grab one of these cheap alarm clocks from Amazon, and it's basically a light that wakes you up rather than using sound, and the sun gradually goes up until you wake up. Number 2 is turn off notifications. That's right. It's literally impossible to do any work if whenever you're trying to work, this but all right, stop. But we can get rid of that by turning off notifications. If you have a primary app that you use for all your communications like WhatsApp, you can just leave that on and then turn everything else off. It can wait for your break time or whenever you're ready. Now, I know that you're saying, what if I miss something? And that's when we get to point 3, which is schedule an email and social block in the day. Now, most of our days look like this. With a study recently done showed that we actually spend more than 5 hours on our phone every day. And this is what it actually looks like with the red rectangles being the emails. And we constantly pick up our phone and we just want to refresh it to check if someone sent us a message because we don't want to miss out on anything. By scheduling an hour in the day, you'll be more proactive and look forward to that one time where you can check up on all your emails and social messages. Now, believe it or not, the moment you do this, you have a lot more time in the day. Because when you combine them together, it doesn't actually take that long to go through your emails, and now you have free time that you can spend on anything you want. Number 4 is to cloud purge. Most of our apps nowadays are cloud-based. So if you're not using something, rather than letting it take time on your phone and to slow it down, you can just take that app and leave it up in the cloud. That way, if you don't need it, Apple has it or Google has stored it. If you need it, you can always pick it back up and put it back in your phone. You lose nothing because everything is on the cloud already, but you don't have to be constantly reminded of an app you do not use. Number 5 is ideal home screen. Most of the time when you unlock your phone, you'll look at your home screen. And one of the things we don't realize is if you have apps on there that you don't need all the time, then they'll just jump at you for your attention. One of the ways around that is to move things from your main screen to your second screen that you don't need all the time. And that way you have your maybe social media and games, things that you do need but not all the time on your second screen. We still have it, but we don't see the screen all the time. Number 6 is prime spot. If you're using Facebook for most of your social media needs, when you do have the time to look at your phone, the last thing you want is Facebook to give you some negative messages or fill you up with a lot of ads. And Facebook, what it allows you to do is, if there's a group that you really like or there's a person that you want to follow, you can click this 3 dots and then choose see this first in your feed when the menu shows up. And what that allows you to do is it puts you in control of what you see every time you go on Facebook. So when you open your feed, the first thing that shows on top is science or entertainment or anything that you really want Facebook to tell you about. That's much better than allowing Facebook to choose content for you. And we all know Facebook is terrible at doing that. Number 7 is the do not disturb zone. We all know how difficult it is to get into that momentum, and once you're there, anything like a call or something can disturb you. And there are moments when you need the do not disturb zone. Now, you don't want to turn off your phone in case you miss a call. What you can do is put your phone on a pillow, and that way you don't get disturbed by the vibration, or when you get a call if it's on silent mode. In your break time, you can always pick these back up and check what's happened. Tim Ferriss said this in his book, time is not the only thing that we're fighting for nowadays, it's also attention. And time plus attention equals present power. I totally just made that up. And there you have it. 7 ultimate ways you can customize your phone for success in 2018. Was the 5-hour study done before or after Amazon Prime came out?